Jen Psaki claims teachers should talk to kindergartners about gender identity. Well, I think Jen Psaki should kiss my fat vagina. Now let's dive into this. In a recent interview with CNN Plus's Chris Wallace, and this is hilarious because CNN Plus has already failed. They've already shut down after only being on for about a month, I believe. So I find that hilarious. Everyone's talking about it now. CNN is garbage. But with a recent interview with Chris Wallace, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki spoke out against bills like the Parental Rights and Education Bill passed in Florida, which prohibits teaching young students about gender identity and sexual orientation, which I don't think anyone should have a problem with. But apparently, some people do. Don't parents have a right to concern? I mean, we're talking specifically here about teaching about sex in kindergarten through third grade. I have to say, as a parent, I would have problems with that, Wallace said. I'm not a fan of Chris Wallace, not a big fan of him, but I agree with everything he said here. As a parent, yeah, you should have a say in what's being taught in your school. In response, Saki said that the bill is not about prohibiting teaching children about sex, but rather about gender identity. The bill also prohibits teaching these young students about sexual identity. Quote, but the law is not about teaching sex education, it's about teaching about gender identity. And so what do you do if a parent or a kid, should I say a kid in one of these elementary schools says, "What about Sally? Sally has two moms. I'm not sure if I'm a girl or a boy." It's the bill says nothing about saying the word gay or saying, okay, yeah, Sally has two moms. Her mothers love each other. That's the way it is. And if they're asking if they're a girl or a boy, you tell them the truth. Being the adult in the room, you should tell them if they are actually questioning this. Like, yeah, you're a girl, you're a boy. Don't confuse them by saying, "Oh, well, what do you feel like? Do you feel like a girl? Do you feel like a boy?" It's really up to you. Stop with that nonsense, okay? That's what we don't want. We do not want that happening. The bill does not prohibit talk about a potential student's same sex parents, but rather prohibits classroom instruction on the matter. I mean, these are kids who are experiencing, these moments in their lives. I also think that there is not a big record of there being either sex education or extensive gender identity education in these schools, and this is creating a problem or a political cudgel about an issue that I don't think exists, she included. Are you familiar with the Twitter account Libs of TikTok? That's all you need. Just go look at Libs of TikTok, Jen Psaki. You will see that there is very much a big problem in these schools. Um, I mean, that's why they want to get this thing taken down. I mean, but all she does is just re-uploads what these teachers are already posting on the internet, just re-uploading them onto Twitter for a wider audience to see. Okay, so normies can see what's going on in their schools. And if you don't think it's a big problem and it doesn't exist, then you shouldn't have a problem with this bill, right? In another recent interview, Saki was heard getting emotional in regards to the Parental Rights and Education bill. This is a political wedge issue and an attempt to win a culture war. Saki said on the podcast News Not Noise, and they're doing that in a way that is harsh and cruel to a community of kids, especially. Saki began getting emotional, saying, I'm gonna get emotional about this issue because it's horrible. But it's like these kids who were bullied, and it's just like all these leaders are taking steps to hurt them, and they hurt their lives and hurt their families. And you look at some of these laws, these states, and it's going after parents who are in loving relationships, who have kids. It's completely outrageous. She sobbed. No, it's not outrageous. I saw that video where she was getting emotional and crying about this whole thing, how she can't talk to other people's kids about sex and sexual orientation and all that other nonsense. It was very hilarious but concerning. I mean, well, just not long ago, you were calling parents who were going to these school board meetings concerned about what's being taught in their schools, and you guys were calling them domestic terrorists. So go fuck yourself, Jen Psaki. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'm out.